my girlfriend is playing Fallout 4. She's been going through a big playthrough on that. And I guess Kyle, have you played all the DLCs? There's a shit ton of DLCs. Okay. Yeah. And so one of the DLCs, Far Harbor, there's like That's a stage. One. Oh, is it? She just randomly went off and started doing that one. It is.
If you took a poll, it'd get 90% of the votes. Best one.
Okay. Well, it's like you're on this island with a bunch of, toxic fog, and she hasn't done a ton of it. But there's like this synth, which is like a robot, and you're trying to recover his memories. Oh. And there's a whole period where it's like, hey, you know how you've been grinding up power armor and you've been doing this and doing that and all these fun things. And she's finally got Gun Nut 4 and she's got the cool snipers and everything. And then it's like, forget all that. Now you're going to go into this synth's memory banks and you're going to move blocks around to redirect light beams so that you can undo firewalls.
I'm a bit of an expert.
And literally, like, it wasn't that, like, I'm not paying that much attention always while she's playing, but multiple game sessions in a row. She'll come over and play for an hour or so. No. I mean, she's like getting bored. She's like, this is so boring.
She's still doing the Dima mind puzzle.
She finished the mind puzzle now, but there were like, she like literally fell asleep playing it. And it was like not at a time where she would normally fall asleep. She was doing so the Dima bored.
Mind puzzle or just playing the game?
Doing the Dima mind puzzle. She's loving the game outside of the mind puzzle because it takes out all the Fallout bits that are fun.
You leave Fallout and the world and you go into a virtual world that looks a bit like Minecraft. There are blocks and you manipulate them with brand new mechanics that haven't been introduced or used anywhere else in any Bethesda game even ever before. Mm-hmm. I'm good at it. I knock it out in 5 minutes. I've done it a bunch of times. I also, when I play on PC, use a mod, turns it off. You don't even fucking do it because it is such bullshit. There are no redeeming qualities. There's no fun to it. It's tedium. It's a puzzle inside of his brain that's just to move the fucking story along. It's not even like it's awful, and everyone knows it's awful. For that, you want to like pull up a YouTube video and just do it.
I kept telling her because like I would be watching like an Age of Empires tournament on my laptop next to her, and she's like, and I'm like, just watch a YouTube video. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And she's like, no, I want to figure it out on my own. And I'm like, no, you don't, because you'll stay up till 2 a.m. on work nights sometimes, just being like, I just got to get to the next level. I just need to get Gun Nut 4 because then maybe I can get my 50 cal to be even stronger. And then like you're falling asleep at 8:40 playing the Dima thing after 25 minutes.
Maybe she enjoyed that, but my problem with that in particular isn't that it's hard. It's that there's no redeeming quality. It's not a big part of the game. Like by completing that puzzle, you don't like get the Sword of Destiny or some shit and then slay the dragon. It's just a little side thing to move the story along. And it's nothing like Fallout gameplay. It has nothing to do with ranking your character up or how you've suited your character or like the RPG elements that you're playing by. That is good. That's the worst. That is the worst of the worst in Fallout. That
and she was supposed to get, she was like, I want to do this and finish it so I can get this armor. I saw online that you're supposed to get a good armor. And then she gets the armor and it's still worse than the machinist's armor. You would know better than me. The mechanist's armor.
That is a bad DLC.
Yeah. Oh, Far Harbor is. You were joking. It's the worst one.
No, Far Harbor is a good one. The Mechanist is another DLC they had. Basically, it creates.
That's where you get that goofy like full metal armor, and it has like the 2 spines on the top. I had to play that part. That like final boss part where like he just keeps sending out robots and fighting you. I had to do that for her because she's never really played an FPS before, and so she was getting very annoyed. I
died a couple times there. Like I played that maybe 4 or 5 months ago, and I remember dying a couple times there. It's the hard part.
Is she a pretty good gamer in general, Taylor?
No, like brand new to it. Like she had never. Like I really just like gave her heroin. Because she had never played video games. I was like playing AoE or something. And I'm like, if you want to play, Skyrim or something while I'm playing this, like we can, you can do that. And she's like, oh, I've never played Skyrim before. What is it? I'm like, oh, it's like a full open world RPG, a role-playing game. And you make a character and everything. You talk to everything. And there was like a 3-month period where all she wanted to do, she'd come over and just want to play Skyrim. She grinded 2 characters to level 80.
She like calls you at 11 at night and then just
I have recommendations.
Walks past you.
She had like a chair. She had a time where she was like, Taylor, I love hanging out here on weeknights and we're, spending time together and everything. But I've been like taking a 10 milligram edible and then playing Skyrim until like 3 a.m. Like I'm going to work late. Like I can't do this anymore. And I'm like, all right. And she's like, you know what? I think I'm just going to cut out the edible part of it. And I'm still going to.
She's a pilot too. She can't be doing that.
She's a Navy.
They're cracking down on that.
Yeah. Guys, Kyle's joking. She's just a surgeon.
She had no experience. She had no experience in gaming at all. And then she started playing Skyrim and she was like, this is the most incredible thing I've ever played. Like, this is unbelievable. And then like she would find new cities and be like, there's a whole other city. And I'm like, yeah. There's also an island off the coast called Solstheim that you can't even see on this map.
Dude, there's an underground layer with the Dwagar or whatever down there. I didn't find the Dwagar. The Dwagar. I didn't find them my first playthrough.
Of being me is you get to experience that again and again. I'll be like, honey, check it out. I'm playing Elden Ring. We've never been here before. And she's like, yes, you have. That's your favorite weapon. Like, oh, you're right. You're right.
When you're right, you're right. Okay. When's
right.
Ready?
That's where you get the magma worm weapon. Okay, you're right.
Yeah. I had her trying Age of Empires 2 for a while, which she really enjoyed, but more in like the base building kind of thing, like less of the aggressive fighting.
I would recommend BioShock or
that's a good call.
Or if she likes puzzles and she like really wants to be challenged, Scorn.
She likes the grind. Like she loved ranking up her skill points in Skyrim. She's having fun with like the tech tree parts of Fallout.
Escape from Tarkov is a game. You're gonna want to. Like don't tell her there are maps. Send her in.
Yeah.
You know what she might like? Minecraft. It's popular for girls, and you can kind of like learn to play and build it up. And it's a survival game at first, and then after a while, you're really thriving, and it's sort of a thrival game.
If I were 20 years younger, I would have been all about Minecraft. I missed it. Like I wasn't in the right place at the right time for it. But I can see how kids are still addicted to it.
It doesn't. It would be so satisfying. It looks like a different game now. Like I saw some recent stuff, and it still doesn't appeal to me because it's just not my thing. But I recognize several generational leaps forward in what that gameplay looks like, and just what the world looks like. And then
there's varieties now. Like there's what is a collection of islands called, Taylor? An archipelago? How close did I come?
Yes. Yeah.
Did I get it?
Perfect.
Okay.
Yep.
There's an archipelago version now where like, I was watching some guy play. I didn't really understand it completely. He's like, I need to make an iron bucket to do this. And I'm like, well, no, he had to like find the recipe for like unlock iron buckets, which is very easy in normal Minecraft. Mm-hmm. Anyway, it's like a achievement based unlock as you go type thing as opposed to just regular Minecraft. Anyway, Minecraft's a lot different than it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And that main dude, do you think that main guy, Notch, invented it, right?
Yeah.
Or do you think he regrets selling Minecraft because that was like his baby?
I bet he doesn't. And I bet, see, like with so many businesses, you start off saying, I love computers. I'm going to, help attorneys set up small networks in their offices. And then that's not your job after a while. Now your job is to manage a bunch of people that do your old job. And I, friend of the show is an electrician. Dude's not pulling wires anymore, right? The dude's running a business. That's his job now. I bet you Notch, who programmed the thing originally, became a manager, some sort of visionary, it was dealing with fucking accounts receivable all the time. It wasn't the part of the job that he loved. It's my bet.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. I was going to say, I was going to share something, but then I realized I should keep it to myself.
That is nice, isn't it?
That's a good attribute in a person.
I'm real good at it.
You are. I'm better at it than I once was.
Yes. Marginal.
You are. You are. I mean, you know nowhere to go but up.
Dude, I would cut myself off at the pass. Like it'd be like, yeah. I don't need to know that. I won't even ask.
You're a secret alcoholic, right?
Yeah. Kyle, you're the only guy I've ever met with whose social has 3 numbers in a row that are the same. That's so weird. That's so strange. All 2s. This guy. Yeah.
FromSoft under promises and over delivers, which you'd think it'd be great. For example, they said the DLC will be as big as Limgrave. If you don't know the game, that means you can run from one side to the other in like 7 to 8 minutes.
Okay.
It takes an hour. And I'm like, there's under promising and then there's misinforming. I don't know what to.
What game is this? It takes an hour to run across the map?
The
They
DLC
promised
for
7
Elden
minutes
Ring.
and it takes 8 hours.
1 hour. No, this is to run across the map. Like if hypothetically you weren't playing the game, you just wanted to measure the map size, it would take an hour on your horse to get to the other side. And they said it would, the size of Limgrave, which would take like 7 or 8 minutes. And I'm like, I don't even know. When you guys say there'll never be an Elden Ring follow-up, and then there is. When you say that the thing is going to be 7 minutes long to run, not to play, and it's an hour, I'm like I just don't believe anything you say.
Are you
wildly untrue?
Are you disappointed that it was so much bigger, or is that like a selling point? Like, hey, look at how much more content.
It sounds like you got 10 times more content than you were.
If it's actually content and not like wandering through desolate wastelands with like a nice looking tree every so often.
It's a little bit desolate wastelandy. I could take way too long to explain this, but there are power-ups in the game that you need to go and collect. So you find yourself like running around, then going back to the beginning and then playing to get the power-up so that you're not helpless at the mercy of these bad guys. And the first time you do it, it's like, this is amazing. Look at this. Look how incredible this is. The 20th time you do it, you're like,
is there no fast travel?
You have to unlock it. So there's fast travel after you've been there.
That's normal.
That's how Baldur's is.
That's how Skyrim is.